I doubt Bounty's coming.
I don't think Bounty versus TA works.
Choose your hero.
I mean,
Enigma, I think
that's pretty robust right there.
yeah, it is. They can play 3 or 4. End of it that there isn't a huge amount of gap close for Quincy. He's gonna start burning some people late game.
Sounds to me like those early side lanes are going to be important. It's all going to start off with trying to go for bounty runes. TSM. It is going to be a 2-2 split and no major damage done on either side. But Radiant safe lane goes poorly. This could be an Ursa that, like you talked about in the draft, takes the Roshan away from Quincy crew early, and they get the early momentum.
Yes, I think anytime you play this Marcy dueling, you really want the Marcy lane to go well. I don't think Marcy's a hero that, if you're playing this aggressive style dueling, you want to go even or worse. I think you feel slightly bad. I think you want to abuse the fact this hero is a pretty powerful laner, especially with a fast level 2. Like, the fact Mojo's already pulling waves, it's okay with a Timber, it's not amazing. The one upside, though, is because it's a Timber, you can play to just get this guy level 3 and leave him alone, and gank mid or your safe lane. That's the other strength of Marcy, is the TP gank potential. And top is, it's okay to gank, at the same time it's an Enigma lane. So he's just going to be denying and potentially jungling here. So this is my big question mark, is what is Mojo's game plan with this Marcy? Does he want to just play the dueling and try and pressure this Ursa? Or is his plan to leave it pretty early?
Yeah.
My intuition says you just play the dueling here and try and kill this Ursa with like the early Timbersaw nuke damage.
This is ours.
I don't think you want to give Ursa free farm in this game.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And I also think it's probably better to secure your Timbersaw's game a little bit more. In mid lane matchup, we have a classic NA mid lane happening right here. Bryle versus Quinn. We've seen this matchup 1,000 times, and we're probably going to see it 1,000 more, considering the fact that these two are both on teams that are the top dogs of North America right now. And this is supposed to be a matchup that Templar Assassin wins, right?
Maybe? He is pretty high level. It
Mid
could
lane.
be something interesting.
Quinn,
But
he's going to
TSM
be caught in
making
the
the first
coil
move.
with a double support rotation, so they're going to quickly burn through that refraction. He's given the
Bryle's
extra
low.
movement speed with the Fairy Fire as well. Quinn is back to safety behind his tier 1 tower. Bryle was going to be spared some damage there thanks to Dubu's Cold Embrace, but I do have to wonder if he had gotten a second level in one of these abilities, if they'd gotten the kill on Quinn.
Hench? I don't know. He was pretty healthy. I think that's just a hard go attempt. Quinn on his hill. TP rotation comes in from Mojo, who will interrupt some of that. Dubu snags the rune on the back end. TSM almost never give up this mid-cat of both if they don't have to. Fada will drag it off, so...
Somebody tank for it.
Another
It's
coil.
going to die. Another coil is going to be used, this time to kill Fada. And actually, First Blood goes to Saberlight. And Fada somehow survives through all of it. So bottom lane looks like use the Solar Guardian. Back over to mid, it looks like Dubu is going to be caught. Yawar rotated over. Spots Dubu, and with the X should be able to give the kill away to Quinn.
Little half damage on this tower. Forced the Kunkka rotation. Like you said, the First Blood went to Saberlight bottom.
Yeah.
Extra Arctic burn levels, extra Eidolon strength, and a Midnight Pulse.
No,
Nice coil.
Fada, he tried. I don't even think he would have actually made it. I think he was too far away to snatch away the power rune. But a cute choice that does get him caught by the quick reactions of Bryle. And that gank was coming his way. They are going to be able to... Oh, he's outside of the Saberlight ultimate here, so he will not immediately get stunned. Now with the extra movement speed, he's going to be able to jump away. What a dispose. Tosses back into Bryle. They do have the Winner's Curse laid down. That's going to be able to catch Quinn. Supernova explodes, though, and keeps the rest of TSM FTX taking advantage of that curse. And it looks like Moon Meander is going to be run down as a third hero hits the deck. Quincy crew, clean up that fight handle.
The Quinn Jabate, he gets out of that Dawn ulti, and I think the second he's out of that, that is not a fight anymore. You were chasing into boat, egg, traps, another set of potential refraction. Both the Quincy other cores and Kunkka and Timber come in on the backside. Happy to clean that up. Again, TSM have to think about where's the early damage coming from in their heroes. This is a max Splinter Blast Wyvern, not a max Arctic Burn. So if he doesn't have targets to blast off of,
Quinn
say that
gets
in
himself
the
caught
winners,
again, and this time he is dead.
round
This
2.
time there is no bailout.
All right, well, Ian, you thought he was in the same position, but that's a vastly different scenario. And now all of a sudden, boat down, egg down, TA down, Roshan down for TSM.
Yeah,
Or
but
is this
can they
contestable?
fight against the Timber Saw? That's going to be pretty dangerous. A really nice set of spells opening off.
Coil on
Saberlight. Coil out on the Kunkka, but looking to be able to chase down MSS at the same time. Yawar, he's getting torn apart by the Ursa, but it looks like with the extra movement speed, no, the Hammer's going to be able to chase him down. Mojo is now going to be slowed down as well. Chased down by TSM FTX. Well played by TSM. Kind of like forcing that Roshan and then being ready for the team fight. I mean, they knew they had a numbers advantage. No reason not to take a fight at that point to try and go for that. But you can try and go for the objective. Roshan, Quincy crew is going to be forced into a fight.
All right, this is one they can take to have all their ults up. TSM jumping first though.
Spotting the Timbersaw first. The Dawnbreaker coming in with the stun as well. They have a really nice torrent. Leslau's only going to be able to get so far away, and the Spirit Vessel is able to burn him down. Meanwhile, they have the Orchid out onto the puck.
Silence.
He's going to take a lot of damage, and the boat is going to be enough. Meanwhile, the Black Hole going to be utilized to make sure the Marcy dies. Nice lineup there from the TA, but a Winter's Curse is going to be able to stall him out. Moon Meander just running ahead of the fire beams coming out from that Phoenix. Will be able to get back to safety and survive. But Roshan is not low enough for Quincy crew to take, despite what I would say is a one-team fight for them. I mean, they traded a core and a support for 2 cores.
Bryle's getting run down.
Yeah, Bryle is just dead.
All right. Stuns for what? Sometimes damage is enough to get the job done.
I guess so. How did he just die to that? Dubu kiting around Fada, but Fada had the dive still. And Quinn just jumps in from behind with the Blink Dagger, quickly finishes off Dubu. And now they're leading into a situation where they can hit this mid-tower. They get that bounty. You've got a Deso. And once you have the Deso, then Roshan is a possibility for Quincy crew.
They agree, though. This is Roshan attempt number 3. And once again, Quincy ready to contest. Running the Timber in. Early
MSS
dispose on Wyvern.
did manage to get the Blink Dagger, so he finds the opening onto the Winter Wyvern. They burst him.
Whoa.
30 seconds, no buyback.
Shredded.
TSM FTX are going to try and reset here, but the Dawnbreaker pulled back in by X marks the spot. 2 down with no response from TSM FTX, and they're going to have to re-engage in a 3 versus 5 if they hope to be able to contest this Roshan, and I don't think that's possible.
Impossible. They just don't have an answer for this Timber running in. I mean, he runs in and nobody wants to go on him. That's a bad sign, because he's going to get vision.
Well, now with that Aegis, Quincy crew, I mean, I thought they were going to go for the mid tower, perhaps. They are going to be able to get off the Fire Spirits. The Supernova's out. The Dispose is going to be able to stop the... Oh, the Winter's Curse goes out. They still manage to kill, but the Winter's Curse leads into the Black Hole with a follow-up from Timado, laying into the Templar Assassin. The first life of the TA is gone. If they can reset off of this one and get away from her, or are they going to re-engage? Timado is kind of thinking about it. Slows him down, inhibits him with the Diffusal Blade. They do manage to get the blink away from Quinn, though, so it's Quincy crew who are going to back down now.
It's just up a little too far. He's trying to bait with this early mech purchase. A Fada classic.
Ooh, that's scary. The TA trap
Orchid.
silence. They catch him with the torrent and the Orchid. This Puck's game has become so hard in the last like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, he is getting absolutely destroyed on the map right now, and he is not close to a dispel item.
Mojo trying to find him, does manage to get the Winter Wyvern with the puck down. It seems like they think they can just go for this, but Timado proves otherwise. He managed to kill Marcy and keep his Winter Wyvern alive. Moon Meander here, but not really a threat. No Black Hole for 2 minutes.
He's getting Sunray here.
Yeah, he knows he has to jump to an orb to get out of here, but Leslau was ready to go. He was put in place to stop the first orb out. Bryle opted not to take it. The second one finally forced to, and he dies for it. Double damage on Quinn lets them take a mid-tier 2. Now they're going to try and chase. Catch some heroes. Mojo has the Blink Dagger. They're going to be able to send Saberlight back into the hands of Quinn. Saberlight using the ultimate to get out of there. Back to the base he goes. Yeah, and I mean, the Ursa's also going to just be falling farther and farther behind. Nowadays, you go the Diffusal Blade build, which does mean your farm buildup is slower at this point in the game. Their heroes are getting picked apart by Quincy crew. It feels like it's very rapidly all just going to come down to Moon Meander. That 5, they will not have the
Wanted all their
BKB.
ward.
Well, it's a 4-on-5. They know the Timbersaw's in here. They see, on top of their ward, get the instant pick off on Mojo. So they don't actually look for more. I'm a little bit surprised, but they still continue to play very conservatively around their own vision. Update on that item pickup. He is farmed as hell. Leslau?
Nice curse 3.
Yeah, really good one. They are going to be able
Wish you
to...
had hole.
Yeah, there's just no damage, unfortunately, from those 2 supports. Yawar takes a little bit. They're going to pop the
committing.
Supernova. They're going to go
Egg.
for it. Looks like they might be able to kill the egg, and they do manage to do so in time. Timado with the BKB
Nice embrace.
TP out immediately.
He died to...
Oh.
He died to Sideblade? Something? Maybe a shocker him, but Lois is going to clean this one up.
Yeah, he is. He cleans it up. Fortunately, our Ursa just really can't commit past, getting that fast kill into the Supernova and then BKB TPing out. The fight was already a disaster. The crew feeling very confident about their place in the game, fishing for extra kills while they're going for this set of racks. There is the bottom tier 2 that is already dead. Also, the creep wave pushed in mid, so they can quickly deal with the mid tier 2 and open up the other lane of racks.
That's life sometimes, They're tipping Mojo. This is good debate.
Yeah, good work, good work. Quinn is able to blink away. Dispose tosses Timado outside of the base. He's going to be forced to use his BKB, which really does not defend him against Quinn whatsoever. His damage is just out of control, hitting for 400 a hit without the criticals.
Aegis out in 10. No BKB on Ursa. You better pray for the whole of your life here.
Saberlight gonna pop his BKB. Leslau, can they stop him from being able to get out? He may not even need to, in fact. Pops the BKB, turns, puts a little pressure on the Moon Meander before he jumps away. The Winter's Curse not catching anybody there. Not at all what he was looking for. If he could have grabbed Quinn, it would have been probably a Mercy death, but as it stands, now it's just one more ability on cooldown as Quinn continues his assault onto the melee barracks.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
He's got more refractions than you have buildings left.
Radiant's
Something's got to change about this game, and pretty soon. You're
Mojo
down
goes
30K.
for it, does have the X to be able to keep him safe on these little pokes and prods that Quincy crew keep on gunning for. I mean, it's a nice way to be able to break open a base, right? Again, to talk about a BKB, so. Sitting on the high ground, just waiting for somebody to get a little out of position. And, well, with a Marcy, the enemy is always out of position. Orchid caught
Dispose
again
into the
in the
poke.
Dispose. They do get the Winter's Curse off, but he was not able to get off the Yules to be able to get rid of that Orchid. Oh, he just gets 2-shot. 1,000 damage out from the TA.
Right.
They are going to be able
They
to
can
chain stun
him.
him pretty nicely here. He gets low.
Egg
Oh
save.
no, the Supernova save with the Yules onto Timado. They can't commit to be able to kill the egg. They've just got to be able to get out, but they're going to make sure Saberlight is staying right where he is. The X marks the spot, holding him in place. Mojo looking for more. He's going to be able to grab Timado here. Timado turns around, kills Mojo, but with the Enrage and BKB soon to be on cooldown, there's not much left for him. He tries to fight through Leslau. Doesn't even have a prayer of being able to cut through all that armor. And that is going to be it for game 1. Quincy crew, I mean, that felt pretty controlled by them. TSM FTX, it just, we basically had like 3 or 4 team fights. We're never able to make the Roshan work for them. And it felt like once Quincy crew got into their hands, it was, as you said, cruise control.